Alrighty, hello, and why is this all funkified? Let me. Sorry, everybody. I thought I had this all set up before, but apparently not. Alrighty, alright. So now that I've got the camera positioned right, I can. You can actually see me. Um, Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you for joining the live stream today. Um, Hello, Mrs. Ice Vampire. So, I'm going to start off by saying, due to the nature of the stream and because of the fact that I'm actually on my laptop, which is not my normal streaming machine, um, most of the things related to the stream have been disabled or are just outright not available. So, for example, like um, like some of the chat commands don't work. The lights are not going to be controlled or anything like that. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing today is, and the reason I'm on the laptop instead of my desktop, yeah, it doesn't work. So, is because my desktop is here on my workbench. The reason it's on the workbench is I'm going to be doing a little bit of upgrading to it tonight. And the upgrade that I'm going to be doing is all of my games are currently stored on a 1 terabyte, um, 5,400, just a normal evening. But they're all stored on a 1 terabyte, 5,400 RPM hard disk drive, which one is getting full, so that necessitated the need for more storage. And since I have to upgrade the drive anyway, I went with something a little bit faster. Um, what I'm upgrading to is this um, Samsung 2 terabyte 980 Pro, which is a PCIe 4 NVMe SSD that will just drop right into this machine. It should not take too long to do the actual work, but then after that, I need to move about 1 terabyte worth of data from the old drive to the new drive. So, with that said, since I've got the introduction going and everything, I've got all that out of the way, let's dive down to the work table and try to work on this thing. So, as you guys can see, I've got my computer just sitting here, the desktop. I'm going to Hey there, Liam. How are you doing today? Hope everything is going well. Um, as you probably caught in the introduction, like my sound alerts, that kind of stuff. None of that is active. In part because I'm, yeah, like the vampire said, in large part because I'm actually upgrading my normal gaming rig. So, um, but I'm going to start off by, as you guys probably saw while I was talking, removing the screws off the side panel. I know you guys can't see all of the screws, but that's okay. The important stuff is going to be in here. And unfortunately, I just realized that you guys might not be able to fully see what I'm doing, but I will do my best. So we're going to take the gloss off and set it aside somewhere safe. Which right now, with all the earthquakes and stuff that we've been having, is not a guarantee that anywhere will be safe. So, little joke, I guess. Move my keys out of the way. And we're going to... I have to remove the graphics card. So I'll take the two screws. Let me shift this way a little bit so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm going to take these two screws out that hold the graphics card in place. I'm going to loosen up these two nuts here, which will loosen up the PCIe retaining bracket. And you guys can't see it, unfortunately, but maybe I can bring this, maybe I can move this camera down a bit. So let me like drop it down. Drop it low. All right. Well, you guys can kind of see a little bit. All right. So I've physically moved the camera a bit closer to where I'm working so you guys can see. I need to get the graphics card out after I've got all the screws and the retaining bracket out of the way. You'll see this little tab here. I have to push that down, which will unlock the card from the slot basically, and then gently wiggle this thing up. And did it lock back into place? I think it did. And that's not... Ah, crap. I am going to be upgrading the storage. I'm going to be moving my games from a 1 terabyte spinning disk drive, which is almost full, to a 2 terabyte NVMe drive, which is why I have to pull the graphics card out of the computer. Where is the clip? There's the clip. There we go. Now it's out. All right, so we're going to set this off to the side. Are you trying to talk to me on the Discord? Why is it not? Oh, hold on, love. Why is it not working? Video. What's going on? You cannot see me either. Boo. Okay, now I can hear you. Hey, bald guy, how you doing today? So yes, now I can hear you. For some reason, like Discord and stuff was set up to work with a program that I'm not actually using on this computer.
Yay! Good.
Good.
No, it's good that you hear me now. Now
Oh.
that it's not working. That's not a surprise. Liam, do you want to join in the chat? That would be like interesting.
If I figure this out here. Maybe now you guys on the stream can hear as well.
Hopefully. I
All
think
right.
they could hear me, but I'm not sure. Well, the thing is that he's in the office and he's doing his thing, and I'm relaxing on my armchair in the living room. So I hear you. I don't hear you, Liam.
So, and now the stream can hear you as well.
Yoo-hoo.
All right,
Thank
so
you, thank you.
back to what I was doing. I need to remove. I'm gonna go for this PCI or this NVMe cover, and in order to remove it, I also need to remove this the shroud. So we're going to undo this screw here.
Can you say again what you are doing? Because Liam was asking, and I have no idea to tell him what you're doing.
Oh, I thought I had mentioned. I don't know if he heard me, but I'll say it again. It's not a big issue. I am upgrading the storage for anybody in the chat who changing the storage to a storage. Yep, pretty much. No, to anybody in the chat who missed what I'm doing, and it's okay if you guys ask me again and again. I will keep saying it. I'm upgrading my game drive, which is currently a 1 terabyte, 5400 RPM hard drive, which is about the slowest drive you can possibly buy these days. And I'm upgrading it to a 2 terabyte PCIe Gen 4 NVMe drive, which is about the fastest storage you can possibly get these days.
So you like to do extremes? Extreme, either bad, or very good.
Well, I mean,
what about middles?
If I'm gonna go from bad, I might as well go to very good, right? Besides, when I built this computer, I built it with the thought in mind to use the PCIe Gen 4 for either storage or graphics or whatever would be coming out in the future. So, all right. Now I have while I was talking and stuff, I removed the fan shroud from here and I removed the cover that will go over the PCIe drive. Oh, I probably should move my graphics card from the edge of the table before it no longer becomes a graphics card. So, and I'm going to open this thing up. I've not even opened it yet. It's still, you guys probably can't see too well on the camera. I'm sorry about that, but it is still factory sealed on both ends. So I had my knife. Here it is. Got my little blade here. And I'm going to cut this side just because it's a smaller piece of tape. And trying to position the camera. There we go. So we'll cut this open. And
you can imagine how happy Joker was when this piece came. He was almost flying without wings. He didn't need wings to fly. Fly to pick up the piece. I think he was like in seven heaven.
Yeah, I got the notification that the part was being delivered, and I was like, I've got to go. I got to go pick it up. I'll be back. So I moved the camera up again, so you guys can kind of, if you guys are interested in the unboxing part. So I've taken it out of the cardboard. It's packaged in this nice, pretty box. Well, okay, it's not really pretty. It's white and plastic. But don't want to drop this. This little piece right here is...
You're not keeping it into the camera.
Yeah, I just realized that. This little piece here is not in the camera. But this is going to be my new game drive. I know it's upside down and not in focus, but... So there it is. That's going to be the new game drive. We're going to set that aside. Oh,
that's a small thing.
It is very small.
I thought it would be a little bit bigger.
Well, in today's day and age, everything is just getting smaller and smaller.
Except phones.
Except phones and, in general, people. I mean, just saying.
Yeah, you're excluding the ones that are present here, no?
Well, I said in general, so I mean... But anyway, yeah, it looks like this is just the user manual. I don't need to read that. I'm a guy. Guys don't read manuals.
Until they break something.
So they break something.
And then they are like, oh, what was the manual saying?
Oh, wait, I was supposed to do that first? So for anybody in the stream who might be computer savvy, you will notice that I am installing this in the top NVMe drive on this motherboard, which shares PCIe lanes with this top PCIe slot. That is okay. I'm not going to lose performance in either one because the processor that I have is a 3rd generation Ryzen, and 3rd generation Ryzen has they refer to it as 16 plus 4, if I'm not mistaken, PCIe lanes. And what that is 16 lanes is going to go to this slot directly from the processor. And you guys can't see in the camera again.
No, Sorry. It would be good if you can put the camera a bit towards window.
Yeah, I'll lower it back down again.
Yeah.
And you guys can probably maybe sort of see what I'm doing again. Here we go. All right. So I'm putting it in this NVMe slot, which is directly connected to the CPU, as well as this PCIe slot. 16 plus 4, as far as PCIe lanes, means that there are 16 lanes that go to the general PCIe bus, which powers this slot, and I think this slot, with another 4 lanes that are dedicated for NVMe storage.
Yeah, I'm quiet because, as you know, it's like talking Chinese with me. I just see some things going on in there, but I have no idea what you're doing or trying to understand, but it's above my understanding. So, sorry.
It's okay. So The installation of this is really, really simple. The vampire asked me earlier how long it was going to take me to do this, and I told her probably half an hour tops. And it's been about 20 minutes, and I've spent most of the time talking. So, but the installation is very simple. You go in at about a 45-ish degree angle into the slot here, which my hand is in the way, and just kind of wiggle it in there. Oh, until it seats all the way in. There we go. And it kind of holds itself up, which we don't want. We actually want it to be down and flat against here. And I have this little tiny screw that will help accomplish that task. So put this little screw in. And not over tighten it because I don't want to strip anything out or break anything. And that's actually all there is to it to installing this thing. What I'm gonna do now is put everything back together. But first, the cover that I took off, if I flip it over, it has a thermal pad, which will help keep this drive cool because these drives can get very hot. That is still very loose. Yeah, these drives, when they're operating at like full speed, can get quite warm. So they still need to get rid of heat just like all the other components on the computer do. So I'm going to just peel this off of here. And we will put this back together somehow. I know it goes in here some way. The bare end towards the front. And the decorated end towards the back of the board.
So that's a piece that came with the storage?
No, it's part of the motherboard.
Oh.
It's just the cover. There's another cover down here. So you can kind of see it where I'm pointing at with the screwdriver. This is another M.2 storage slot. So and I put back, figure out which way this little shroud is supposed to go, which I think it goes this way. I'm curious. There is some RGB around here on this board, but I'm not exactly sure where the actual diodes are. All right, so anyway, we'll put this back together. We'll put this back on, back down here. Couple more little screws. Oh. That little screw, this a little screw.
I'm wondering how many screws does a computer have? Because every piece seems to have like 2-3 screws here, 2 screws there.
Honestly,
would you say that they have like hundreds of screws, or not so many?
Probably not so many. Maybe not hundreds, but dozens. Maybe. I mean, it depends a lot on the computer itself. This computer, I have 9 screws around the motherboard. On the motherboard, holding the motherboard itself in place. 2 here, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fans with 4 screws each.
Sorry, that's the clock is chiming.
It is 9 o'clock here in Iceland.
Yep.
So, and then each of the hard drives is going to have 2 to 4 screws.
So we are somewhere at around 20. How many
Yes.
hard drives are?
This computer, I have 3 drives.
So 12, yeah, like 22, 24. Yeah, there are not so many. I thought that there are much more screws.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the graphics card will have screws on it, but I don't know for this one how many screws because I've never taken it apart.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at the back of it, I see 10.
Mm.
Then there's 2 more on the shroud here, fan shroud. 2 more on the other side. So, yeah,
So I will guess, and I will say around 50 screws in a computer.
probably.
That's a big number.
And now the fun part is getting this graphics card back in here. There we go. And we'll just, looking in the camera, it looks like it's aligned. So it is aligned. You just want to align the slot here with the motherboard and just push it down in there. Probably caught it that the clip snapped up and grabbed the card. So we will put all the screws back in here. You guys can't see what I'm doing again. I'll have to lift the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Up, down, up, down.
No, it is up, shaky, shaky, down, shaky, shaky. Up again,
Shaky, shaky, shaky. Earthquake! No. All right.
It's just a Joker quake.
So, all right. So we'll put this one in. A Joker quake. We will put this one in. And that's it. All I have left to do is put the side panel back on. Luckily, we didn't have any earthquakes during this video.
Mm-hmm.
At least nothing that we felt. There have been, what was it you were watching earlier today? They said there were something like 20,000 earthquakes or something over the last couple days.
10,000, I think. Yeah, there are many, many.
And
But thankfully, we don't feel all of them. That will be very challenging.
Yeah, a lot of them have been really small, but there've been a couple. Even there was one last night at like 1:30 in the morning. That was a 4.9.
Yeah, and that we felt it because there were 2 connected.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was quite long.
Yeah, there were 2 earthquakes back to back in, I think, 2. There were 2 separate earthquakes, weren't they? Like 2 different
Yes.
areas. It was just they hit back to back and were strong enough to roll for both of them to roll to us. And so it just felt really long.
Mm-hmm.
But we've been feeling, I think, 2 to 3 earthquakes a day for the last 3 or 4 days now.
I'm just checking now, and they say that they have been 1,863 earthquakes in the last 48 hours. But bigger than 3 on the scale, they were 87. The rest were just,
Little
um,
bitty.
yes.
Yeah. So, putting the side panel back on. Which, how the side panel goes on is going to depend on everybody's case. My case has 4 thumb screws on the side of the case because it's a tempered glass.
So, what have I learned from watching this stream? I'm glad not to be in Iceland due to earthquakes.
And 2, I'm glad I'm a
Yeah.
console gamer, as my computer would be destroyed if I had to take it apart.
Mm.
You
I
should
was
try
just
to
thinking,
build.
I'm not sure what is worse, to be with small earthquakes or to have the virus going on and being in lockdown. Uh, I'm not sure because really it's not affecting us. I just felt like heavy today, like a seasick, like somehow a weird feeling. And I understood that many others feel the same. Is because of the continued movement. But the rest, we cannot say I'm not scared of them yet. And also the government and everyone officials are telling us to not to be afraid because the houses are strong enough to handle this. And they are not expected to be a very, very big one. Like they're expecting a 6.5, that it's a big one for Iceland, but yeah, we had 5.8. So,
Yeah, all
and
right.
looking now on the list, I've seen that have been many, many now 0 point something, 2 point something in the last, from 5, the last 4 hours. So 3 point something. Well, maybe we will be lucky and no shaky, shaky tonight.
No shaky shakies. Well,
Mm-hmm.
maybe shaky shakies.
Yeah.
All right. So, I have I've basically done what I set out to do. At least the physical manual part of what I set out to do. As far as Liam's comment, glad I am a console gamer because my computer would be destroyed if you had to take it apart.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you're if you're interested, I would actually suggest trying to build one. And
Oh.
you'll learn a lot about how the computers work and how they're, how everything fits together and everything, and maybe not be very intimidated in, if you have to do something, if you have to change out a part or something goes bad, you be able to just do it. And
Stay away of the PlayStation. It's new, it's white. Stay away. Don't try to take it apart. He's talking about a PC, computer, old, that you will not be sad if something will be broken.
Yeah, that's another, the vampire brought up another thing. Like, if you have an older computer, um, that you're going to be replacing or something, don't be afraid to take it apart and look inside it. Because if you're getting rid of it anyway, then building one sounds as much fun as stabbing myself in the eye.
Building one sounds as much as stabbing myself in my eye. Oh, I think we are on the same, yeah, page, Leah.
I don't know. It's probably just me. Like, I have a lot of fun when I have to get my hands dirty with, some electronics, and Um,
Oh my.
but
I think he would take apart everything if he could, just to see what's inside.
I've taken apart many things just to see what's inside.
But sadly, not many things were put back together afterwards. So he was like, "Yep,
Well,
I'm looking what is
well,
inside. Nope, I'm not losing the time to put it together."
well, the things that I've taken apart here to see what's inside have not worked, so they were going in the trash anyway.
True.
Things I've taken apart to see what's inside when I was a kid worked, and I had to put it back together so I could keep using it.
Mm. So what's your plan for tonight?
Who, me?
Yep.
Well, I have to boot this thing up, make sure that it can actually read the drive, and start what will be a very long process of copying over a whole bunch of data from the very slow drive to the very fast drive. Which,
So that means that you will end the stream copying. Woo!
woo, copying, yay!
Whoop whoop.
I'm what I am thinking to do is try maybe end this part of the stream, get the other computer put back together and boot it up as quickly as I possibly can, and continue on that computer to show like maybe some of the other work that I have to do. And I don't know, maybe play something while I'm at it.
Sounds like a plan.
So the only thing is, I don't know if I can end the stream on this computer and have it just pick back up on the other computer, or how that's going to work out. But that is what I'm going to do. So yeah, if you guys are here, stick around for a few minutes. I will definitely be back on.
Or at least try. And thank you for chatting with us, Liam.
Yeah.
And we for got you got you up, getting
up.
us up. I don't know.
I think I think we was lurking. So he's like, "Hey, got you up on
Yes,
the
he is
screen."
streaming. Yes.
But yeah, that's gonna be the plan. I'm gonna end this portion of the stream, get everything, because I actually have a lot of my equipment hooked up to the laptop that I normally have hooked up here. That's why I'm using the webcam, I'm using the mic, I'm using the monitors. So, but I will be back in just a few moments. Thank you for teaching me.
See you soon. Thank you for teaching me the computers are hard.
Oh,
don't give up, Liam.
Oh, if you think that's hard, I'm gonna be doing another video. I hopefully will be doing another video in a few months, because I'm going to be saving up towards getting a new graphics card and a new power supply. And
Money. That doesn't sound funny in a poor small word. God help. My wallet is itchy.
Your wallet's itching.
Yeah. Because sounds like money.
Well, it is going to be a bit of an expensive endeavor, but computer parts are expensive here in Iceland as it is, so unfortunately.
Being married with a tech nerd.
Yep.
God help. It could be worse, yeah.
Could be worse.
So see you soon.
See, you know,
Everyone.
everybody has their drug per se,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, some people it's actually drugs, which is bad. Drugs are bad, okay.
Uh-huh.
And other people, it's you know, computers, games. Some
Mm-hmm.
people write books, some people read books, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, mine is to keep money in the wallet.
yeah, she
That's my drug.
she likes to keep money
Collect.
in the bank. I like to take money out of the bank.
Hard work, hard work.
Anyway, guys, thank you guys for joining. Stick around. I will definitely be back in hopefully just a couple of minutes. So, see you guys in a few minutes.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. There we go.